Today I have here on the bench a couple of 350 pump stators. I wanted to share with you a couple of dead giveaways of which one is lockup and non-lockup. Right here we have the lockup, which as you can see is over 4 inches of the stator. And then the non-lockup is under 4 inches, about 3.5. As you approach them head on, get used to looking at the 9 o'clock position. If you're not Gen X, 9 o'clock would be right about here, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So in this 9 o'clock position, you can see in the non-lockup, the worm tracks coming down as normal. In the lockup version, you have this big open space here. Way different than right here. Lockup, non-lockup. If you're working on a lockup and you found a lockup, or you're working on a non-lockup and you found the non-lockup, there's a couple more things to look for before you use it. Number one, how many rings do you have here? This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 6 ring. And then you want to look here and see if it's a thrust washer type or a bearing type. The same thing you want to do with the lockup. You want to check to see how many rings it has, and if it's a bearing type or a thrust washer type. You can see bearing type needs more space right here than the thrust washer type, because the thrust washer is obviously thinner than the bearing, and many of them have shims. You're not going to know what kind of shims you need until after you've got everything stacked up. Set the pump down there without the O-ring so you can get it down in there and back out easily. And then reach in and move your internal components and check to see how much gap you've got, and change shims a couple of times until you've got enough slack out of it that the guts aren't hammering themselves to pieces. Of course, factory specs, they won't be hammering themselves to pieces. Keep installing the pump and checking your clearance. And by installing, I don't mean put all the bolts in it, just 2 bolts will do. The point is you want to get your end play down to factory specs. If you don't want to reach in there and push things, you can grab the input shaft and pull it towards you and push it back in there. That'll give you a good idea of whether you need more shim or not. Another thing to check are these splines right here. Look how good and fat those splines are. There's a lot of meat left on those. Plenty of material. But this pump is eat up right here where the pump gears go. You can see the back of the pump gears are eat up too. So that's eat up. This pump right here, the splines are getting thin. Look, it looks like it's got an extra shelf on there. That's actually wore down to about 50% of the metal that used to be there. Looks better here, but the splines are wore out. So neither one of these are any good. So I hope that helps you. Any more stuff that you think of that you can add in the comments that might help somebody else, that's the whole point of these videos, is to help people avoid problems and learn things that they can do things more efficiently and save some time and money. Till next video, get off the couch and get dirty.